and gentlemen, welcome to another one of them candid conversations. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're feeling nice. And yeah, thank you for joining us. Yes. It's another one of them. You hear the vibe right there, where we normally crisscross all across the globe, linking with artists with good music. And today, yeah, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. All right, don't forget to do the necessary link, click subscribe and all that type of thing. And we still got that thing going on, the quiz, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a monthly edition. So at least once a month we link a man up with something. You go chill with your peoples down there, all right? Right, a big shout out to Bahari Beach Hotel Mombasa, a big shout out to OWF, a big shout out to Twigger Accountants, and a big shout out to Bush and Wine Adventures. Listen, maximum respect, honorable, and a big shout out to my man, Joe. Yeah, my day one out there. We'll go link up and do some things, yeah. Maybe show the world what you up to. Straight out to get the right power say. Okay. Sakata Kandanda, big up Sakata Kandanda. Yeah, we're linking up with another gentleman with them type of vibes. Without further ado, I'm gonna welcome him to the show. Mr. Padrino, welcome to the show, brother. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of them candid conversations. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're feeling good. We are these ends because we got some of that. Yeah, a big shout out to all the mothers before we go any further. And a big shout out to everybody. If this is your first time getting to know us, getting to link with us, you're welcome. Click subscribe. You know the thing go. Big shout out to all our sponsors, well wishers. A big shout out to Bahari Beach Hotel. We got that monthly quiz going on. Go check that one out. A big shout out to OWF, Olympia Fuller Foundations. A big shout out to Sister Zion Rock. A big shout out and a big help we are. A big shout out to Manjonjo, Sakata Kandanda. Yeah, the list goes on and on and on. A big shout out to Twigger Accountants and a big shout out to Bush and Wine Adventures. Yeah, that's the vibe. Those are the vibes we on. Right, we're crisscrossing across the globe, beaming from London, some secret location, and we managed to link up with this brother. Without further ado, Mr. Padrino.
Thanks, man. How you doing?
Welcome to the show, my brother. How you keeping? You all right?
I'm good, man. I refuse to complain. The struggle continues. Yes, and so does the grind.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for taking time. Like I said before, we've been trying to link with you, but we know how busy the hassle can get, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That's day to day, man. You know. Day to day, my brother.
Yeah, and we'll go back, but yeah, the single with Cecile is doing good. It's out here. It's doing good. Definitely doing good. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, Mr. Padrino, this is how you came to my radar. Yeah. A big tune right there. It was Mother's Day, and I was just crisscrossing, and this one just struck a chord with Mans. Yeah, and yeah, I love it. I love it. So from there, I've been like keeping tabs on you and all that. So for those that don't know you, can you just give us a background of like where you come from, your like how we got here.
Born and raised in the Bahamas to a Bahamian father and an Irish mother. Grew up in the Bahamas. Got into production, you know, later on after college. You know, I just walked into it. It's a longer story. We'll have to talk about that, you know, in detail. But I've been doing music now. I was in the hip hop industry for about 10 years, producing and, you know, engineering and songwriting. And then it translated after that into me writing and producing for some of reggae's, you know, really, really dope music artists. And eventually, you know, they started to tell me I needed to dive into it. And at the beginning of the pandemic, I took that opportunity to do it.
Wow, wow. Listen, that's like the gaps and thingy, but the key word there is the pandemic. Like a lot happened over the pandemic, yeah?
Right.
A lot, like it was one of those times where everything came to a standstill and like creative, like were all over the place, a lot of ideas and like, yeah, it was like bittersweet for a lot of people, right?
Right.
So you're saying around that time, that's when you like kind of delved into reggae, like you're like, okay, I had
already been producing and writing reggae music prior to this.
All right.
But my first reggae releases came about in 2020, when the pandemic began, after my daughter was born.
All right.
So my daughter being born kind of changed a lot of perspective for me. So I kind of just changed directions in what I was doing, and I found comfort in reggae music.
Okay. Like during your formative years when you was growing up, right, before you got into hip hop, like what kind of the music influence that was around you and that type of
thing? I grew up in the Caribbean, right? So reggae music was definitely at the top of it. You know, you're talking from the Coco T's, Freddie McGregor's, the Marleys, the Peter Toshes, the Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaacs, you know, Heptones. I mean, I could go on and on. Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. You know, I grew up in a household that had two very culturally diverse differences when it came to music. So on my mother's side, which is the European side, you know, there was, you know, the Beatles, you know what I'm saying?
The Beatles and all that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then on my dad's side would be, you know, the Al Greens and, you know, so I grew up in a very rich environment as far as
music palette was well spread.
Yeah,
and we'll talk about production. What type of the people you produce to?
Yeah, I mean, production-wise, in the hip-hop industry, Fat Joe, Jada Kiss, Kerry Hilson, Gunplay, Junior Reed, Blackstreet. Yeah, I've done some things. Reggae World, Christopher Martin, Busy Signal, Cecile, Richie Spice, Phantom Moja, Patra.
Wow, you know? Patra, remember Patra? Queen of the dance, Queen of the Pack. Patra, from them days of Queen of the Pack, yeah?
Yeah, man. You know, and there's a lot of people don't know. I've also, you know, written and produced with JAH CURE as well.
All right. It's all in the vibe.
It's all in the vibe, man.
It's all in the vibe. That's a beautiful thing. So now that you are like when there was kind of a renewal in energy wise when your daughter was born, and there was all these things that were happening with the pandemic and everything, that's when the first reggae release came out. What do you think the reception was like, according to you?
Wonderful. Well, particularly in the African diaspora, Africa embraced me wholeheartedly. it was surprising
Right.
what happened with Africa.
Mm.
And I embraced it, man. I opened up my arms and my heart to the people of Africa, man, to the whole continent.
Yeah.
And then the Caribbean, you know, the Caribbean trickled on behind, and then you know, of course, Jamaica, you know, the people in Jamaica started to listen. I had already been working with a lot of artists in Jamaica, so
yeah.
Many of them finally were like, you know, okay, all right, now you talking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, about Africa, I'm from Africa originally, living in the UK. Listen, man, reggae is massive, man. Reggae is massive. Reggae is the heartbeat of the community, like, no jokes aside, right? So, and we really vibe with it like that. Like, we identify, we feel it, and then when you come out with a tune like Mama, yo, we're like, yeah. It's kind of like, I'm not surprised that we were the first ones to embrace you, and I think that opens up for good things in the future. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's opening for good things in the future. So
yeah, I mean, particularly countries like Zambia and Kenya.
Yeah,
Kenya, bro. Listen, man, Kenya, Nairobi, you know, Johannesburg, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe. I mean, bro, like, it's been mind-blowing just to receive the kind of love that I received from the motherland, man. And I've been proud, you know, and I do have plans to go to the motherland in September.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You should.
So I'm looking forward to that, you know.
Like, yeah, there's with Kenya, I know about Kenya because I'm from there. It's like decades, like reggae has been the heartbeat of the community for decades.
Right.
Like, you see what I'm saying? And then the good thing is that the old selectors, right, they give chance to the young selectors and they school them. You see what I'm saying? And they school them, right? So you see, like, nothing is lost in between. Like, you get like a young selector can still dig to the classics and all that.
Yeah. Did an album, but I'm in the middle of that right now. I'm in the middle of an album right now and recording right now. So I have a new single being dropped in about a week or two.
Okay.
I have some more stuff. I have a lot of music coming, man. Tons of music coming.
All right. Like definitely. This one right here.
Tons of music coming.
Like this one right here. That's your Let the Single featuring Cecile, right? That's your Let the Single featuring Cecile, right?
Yes.
Cherish My Loving. Cherish My Loving. That's a beautiful one. Is this going to be amongst the EP coming out, or this is going to be amongst the EP coming out, or this just came out of the single?
Nah, that record is Cecile's record. I was just featured as the male artist on that record.
Okay, that's a lot.
But I have a new single. Yeah, I have a new single coming called Love Life, produced by an English producer, Peckings.
Okay, Love Life. So
yeah, that's gonna be a big song.
Okay, we're looking forward to that. Talk to me about, like, we're looking forward for the length early stages right now, or was it still the early stages?
Nah, I mean, everything back then was more analog and hands-on. You know, where you had street teams, you know, you literally had to send things, you know, to different countries in order for it to get there. There would often be, you know, a 2 to 3 week period for people to wait, you know, on an album to drop. Now, you know, the minute something drops, you know, it's at the hand, you know, it's in your fingertips.
It's everywhere.
In one way, it's been good. Yeah, in one way, it's been good for business. In another way, it's been bad, because what it's done is it's allowed the companies that are streaming your music to pay you whatever they feel like it. You know, so that's become an issue you know, when it comes to that. I mean, at the end of the day, you can subscribe to an Apple Music and only pay, you know, $2.99 or $9.99 a month or whatever the case may be, and you have access to millions of songs. But the artists are really getting a very small portion of that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So that created, like I said, it was a good thing for technology, but it was a bad thing for business for music artists.
All right. What about the artistic part of music?
Right.
Like the power went a bit down, right? Like there'll be artists who are now proper musicians
Yes.
who can just play with the algorithms and do ABC, and now like they include their numbers and that
Right.
type of thing.
Well, you know, here's how I look at that. As far as I'm concerned, music is music. Credible musicians are always going to be brilliant, but music is music. So, you know, if there's a producer that does not know how to play something, but he knows how to make good music, then all shouts out to him. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem. I have no problem with the advancement of technology and the ease of making music. I think music should be easy. Anything that's overly complicated, usually the masses don't really involve themselves. But here's where the problem lies. You have artists that really take their time to write really beautiful music, and then you have people that are just putting out whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever they think is popular, and I think that's where the line has to be drawn, where so much music, just a lot of artists that you see now are not passionate about music. They just want to go after the bag. Don't get me wrong, the money is important, but the passion of music is also very much so important. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is why we're seeing the watered down version of what normally would be great music. I mean, I don't think there'll ever be another Bob Marley of our time. I don't think there'll ever be another Stevie Wonder.
Never.
You know, do we have great artists out here now? Sure,
Definitely.
we do. But when it comes to revolutionary, you know, lyricism and revolutionary songs and chord progressions and melody, and this is why I do the type of music that I'm trying to do. This is why I'm trying to stick to like a formula that's decades old.
All right.
But it just works. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to
Prove
making
it like
music.
it's been tried and tested.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's the beautiful. That's the beautiful thing. Sorry, that's the beautiful thing with reggae music is like it resonates with the people, like with the people. So if you get that right, if the people are feeling your vibe, then it's just a matter of time before like you can connect. You understand? That's my belief.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, even in today's world, right? There's still very much, you know, of the industry where there's, you know, label, you know, and then there's the middle guys, you know, the A&Rs, you know, producers, and then, you know, now we have the internet. You know what I'm saying? That you have everybody. There's so much music that comes out every single day of the 365 days a year.
Right.
That it's hard for you to be that one guy, you know, that has a hit single. The thing is that if we were to be if we were to be less selfish in sharing what we enjoy, right? So back in the day, if I heard an album that was dope, you know, some Wu-Tang Clan or whatever, I'm gonna go take that to my homeboy, and me and my homeboy gonna listen to it, and he's gonna become a fan too. You know what I'm saying? So, but these days, everybody's so focused on themselves, and everybody's so focused on their own selfish world, their own, you know, this is my pod, my space, that nobody shares the music anymore.
My platform.
You get what I'm saying? And only the things that are popular.
My idea.
Right. And only the things that are popular are the things that are being shared. But there's other artists, there's tons of artists that have the ability to share somebody that they may be a fan of, and they don't do it in fear that that other person is going to become more famous or more popular.
Yeah, or outshining them.
And that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the pie is big enough the pie is big enough for
all
everybody.
of us. For
You
all
know
of
what I'm
us,
saying?
isn't it? All of us.
Right. Yeah, man, the
And
pie is big enough. You know what I'm saying? If they say if Jesus could feed the 5,000 with however many loaves of bread, then we
yes,
have enough
yeah.
bread to eat around the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, talk about it, my brother. Listen.
Yeah,
and on
man.
that
So
note,
that's how I look at things, you know?
Listen. And I'm with you on that one. On that note, I talk about like as a DJs, right? Remember back in the days, the early DJs, like it'd be you want to play a song that's fresh that nobody else has had. You see one of them, you're like you wanna come with a like a remix that you did that nobody else has had. You wanna play that artist that nobody else has had to make you stand away from the crowd. Now that is kind of like going down. It's kind of like every DJ comes in there, they just want to play the bangers that everybody hears. You see what I'm saying? So I think that goes with like, want to go trendy. Everybody wants that life. Everybody wants to be trendy. And that I think, that's where we can call it unfortunate circumstances.
Right.
Yeah.
High expectation, so much ungodly. We have lost our way. Yeah. You've got to free yourself, modern slave. Yeah. You want to make the farm, you know, telling us. Government versus civilian. Superhero or villain. Finance, code, reptilian. They blow stones from such horrible places.
Right. My brother, talk to me about something. What's your writing process like? Do you like it? What's your writing process? Do you borrow from your life? Are you a live observer, or is it how do you go about? Are you a live observer, or is it how do you go about?
Everything that has come from me has come from an authentic place. Reality. Trying to veer too much into, you know, things that aren't real, because I want to be able to connect to people that can relate to me. At the end of the day, if you are a person that has been through something, and I've also
You're moving a bit.
We have lost our way.
You froze.
The circumstances you've lost our way.
Resume this recording. Yes, sir. Talk to
yeah. But as I was telling you, so my music has always come from an authentic place. I think that, again, what I was saying is that if two people have a relatable circumstance that they've been through, me as the artist, you as the listener, and I'm able to tap into what you've gone through, then I've won you over as an artist, and you've won me over as a listener. You know what I'm saying? So I tend to write music that's about real life experiences. You know, take for instance my song about my daughter, you know, All For You. Unfortunate Circumstances was written around when the inception of the Black Lives Matter movement.
All right.
I started to write that song. So, you know, all of my music comes from an authentic place. I don't like to write about falsehoods and all the BS that we hear out here. That's not my thing. I try to keep my stuff authentic because I feel like at some point I'm going to connect with somebody and benefit them at some point.
That's a beautiful thing, and like you mentioned, that's a beautiful thing, and like this one is about your daughter.
Yes.
I'm a father too. It's a beautiful feeling, especially I remember the first time I was a father. Yeah.
walk 500 miles for you. Across the ocean wide for you.
So, with all this experience, right? So you are complete from the production side, and now to the performance side, right? Now to the performance side,
Right, right.
You are basically a one-man army. You're basically a one-man army, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, yeah. So what can you say, like, if other upcoming artists, right, in whatever genre or whatever they're doing, what's a gem that you can drop on them? What can you tell them that you can drop on them? Any advice? Like any advice?
The best advice I can give to an up-and-coming artist is you're going to be told no a lot. But you got to keep telling yourself yes. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hear no a lot. You know, a lot of people are going to try to talk you out of it. If music is meant for you and you are meant for music, you're going to continue to do what you got to do to make the best music that you can. You're going to continue to perfect your craft, continue to affect your ability to write good music and to produce good music, and nobody's going to be able to tell you any different.
Yeah, great words. Yeah, just like after your experience, like how long was it when obviously right now? How long was it when obviously right now what you're earning from music, but that wasn't the way from music early days. That wasn't the way the early days when you were starting, right?
Say that again. Say it one more time.
Right now,
yeah,
you're earning from music, like you're making a living. You're earning from music, like you're making a living. That wasn't the case the early days when you were starting. The case. Obviously, you had to put in.
I mean,
grind and walk in. How long did it take you?
Well, I think.
How long did it take you?
I think music is no different from anything. When you start out as a ball player in the park as a kid, right, and you're just enjoying the sport of football, and you know you work hard, you know what I'm saying, and then you get into college, and then from the college league, you know, somebody sees you. You're not getting paid then, and then all of a sudden, you know, somebody that sees your talents decides to give you an opportunity, you know, to make some money. So I feel like music is like any other thing. The more that you put into it, the more that you will get out of it.
Right.
So it's not something that everybody earns. It's some commitment. Yeah, it requires a non-traditional amount of commitment. Because you know everybody has a majority of people have a 9 to 5. You know, they follow the trend, they follow the mold. You know, I'm going to work a 9 to 5, and you know, for the next 40, 50 years, and they're not really living. Right. Right. And I follow the mold of I'm going to work as hard as I can, and harder than anybody else that I know, to make this happen for myself and feed my family.
And so far, things have been happening well for you, right? Things have been happening well for you, right?
Man, listen, one ladder, one step at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
One step
I will always look at greater opportunities. I will always, you know, try to fight to win even more. I will always be, you know, ambitious and want to earn more for music. I think I deserve that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to keep doing it until I hit that mark.
Definitely. And like you said, through music you get connection, reaching out to people like us. I'm a fan. I was converted once I had one, and I'm like, I was keeping an eye on that. And I also shared with my mom. I'm like, yo, check this man out here. My mom got the bad things, right? And the next one discovers one song for you. The next for whatever the internet and all that. Real quick, can you give our listeners your handle? Can you give our listeners your handle?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I am Padrino. That's at IAMPADRINO. Twitter, you can find me on the same. YouTube, my YouTube channel is I am Padrino Vivo. That's where you can find all of, you know, my music videos and stuff like that. You can find me on Apple Music, Spotify. Just look for Padrino.
Yeah, and all that. Yeah, listen,
my songs.
Listeners, all that. Yeah, all your favorite streaming platforms. Go check out Padrino.
Yeah, every last one of them.
Every last one of them. Yeah. What's the name of the project again, my brother? Last one of them. Yeah. What's the name of the project again, my brother?
Which one? The one that I'm putting out?
Yeah. Yeah.
The new song will be called Love Life.
Love Life. Love Life be dropping very soon.
Yeah.
Available in all your
favorite
streaming platforms.
Everywhere.
Apple, them Spotify, them Deezer, them Tidal, all them
everywhere.
Yeah. Go check out Padrino and go get the vibe. Get the vibe, right? So moving forward real quick. Man. Thank you very much for taking time. You know, we gotta do this apart from the the hiccups here and there. But this is something I've been looking forward to do. So I've been looking again. So thanks a lot for taking time, right? Thanks a lot for taking time, right? As a creative.
No man, anytime, brother, anytime.
As a creative now, because you cover across the board, right? As a creative, because you cover across the board, you produce, you write, you produce. What's the importance of like having a team around and the side of the publishing and all that? Can you break it down to somebody in a layman's language? Break it down to somebody in a layman's language.
Okay, so if we're speaking in layman's terms, when you get into any business, right? Let's just say I want to open up a mechanic shop. If I know nothing about cars, the chances of me becoming successful in fixing cars is going to be none.
Yep.
If I learn more about cars, then I will become better at fixing cars. Therefore, my business will be, will do better. I think that in the music industry, a lot of people, they only focus on the creative aspect and they do not focus on the business aspect of things. Music is 99.9% business. Right? So having a team, of people that are very smart, that know how to get things done is very important. Extremely important. Not having a bunch of yes men around you. You don't want people that's always going to tell you yes. You need people to tell you, that hey, that's not the right way or this is not it. But give you a better vision to see how you can accomplish what it is you're trying to do.
Definitely. With the creation of like merchandise and with the creation of and logos and all that. Endorsements, that type of thing. You need people who they work in those type of offices for you to stay up and be creative in your studios. But you basically, like you say, you don't need a bunch of yes men around you. But then you need somebody who can criticize you constructively.
Yes, but not just be able to criticize you, but to give you a better view or a better way to do what it is you're trying to do.
That's beautiful. Listen, what about publishing and owning your own work?
Owning your own works is highly important. I think that sometimes we go into this hungry, so somebody could throw a couple of dollars in our face and we automatically jump on it, but we're not realizing that we're giving away the residual of that. Nobody's going to invest in your music unless they believe that your music is going to make a return. So and that's business in general. So if you have people that if you've already made your music to where it's valuable as it is, then you have more negotiating power when it comes to your publishing. And me personally speaking, I'm never going to go over a certain percentage of my own publishing. You get what I'm saying? In order to receive, monetary value, because I know that at the end of the day, that I can make a lot more for myself
in the back end.
It's important to try and establish, as opposed to you signing contracts and signing your stuff away, it's better to sign partnership deals. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to record deals. Partnership deals are easier, and it's easier for a group of people to invest in you than just one person that wants all of your residual income to come back to them. So working with a group of individuals and, let's just say you sign away, 15, 20% of your publishing, depending on the amount of money being invested, then you know that if you own everything and you've only given away 20%, then you know that 80% of that is going to belong to you when it comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, the business side of music.
It's just about paying attention.
The business side.
Yeah, yeah. So knowing your value, but creating value for yourself. You know, creating good music and just putting it out there as much as you can. Everybody has their own formula as to what they feel it takes to be successful in the music business. Every single person you talk to has their own dreams and aspirations as to how we're going to make somebody famous, and you just do not know how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. It just, you got to have some money, you got to invest some money in yourself, and you got to have good material.
Invest some money in yourself.
You know,
be persistent.
Yeah.
Up your craft every time.
Yes.
Up your craft every time, and surround yourself with a good team,
man.
basically.
Every time you put out a new song, every time you put out a new song, the song should be greater than the last one, and greater than the last one, and greater than the last one. If you have consistency, if people can listen to your music and consistently listen to you and say, man, I really enjoy this guy's music,
they grow with you.
They're going to grow with you. So you can, you know, you're going to create fans out of nowhere, and one person's going to let the next person hear it, the next person hear it, the next person hear it, and then all of a sudden you have a bunch of people that are listening to your music, and you become, you know, you have a fan base. Then you can start touring and, you know, and selling your merchandise, stuff like that.
Listen, that's a beautiful thing that you're, I mean, dropping gems like this, and dropping gems like this. And speaking of tours, I hope very soon. I hope you go down there in the motherland and embrace your brothers and sisters.
Man, I'm trying to be in Kenya. I'm trying to be in Kenya like around September, like August, September.
Wow.
I'm trying to go to Kenya.
Nairobi.
Go to Nairobi, go to Zambia. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait to go to Kenya, man.
Listen, my brother, I can't wait for you to get down there, and I'm gonna keep tabs on you, and I'm gonna see what's going on, and I'm gonna let my man know you're really serious about it. Obviously, I know what you're really serious about it. I see, like, whatever.
Right.
I'm really looking forward to that. And in between time and in the meantime, we're gonna be blazing your work. We're gonna, you know what I mean? We're gonna try and share and just keep the good vibes blessing, Mr. Padrino. We're just gonna, you know what I mean? Play our part.
I appreciate it, man.
Definitely. I'll stay in my lane and linking up like this. It's a beautiful thing. It kind of encourages me, you know what I mean? Sometimes once you're on it and you know what I mean? To see my brother's telling you, and you're doing it, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of time and things, yeah?
Nah, man, you just, brother, listen, everything in life is supposed to be about building yourself. You start with a solid foundation and you build your way up. But there is nothing without a solid foundation. You know what I'm saying? So you have to ground yourself in knowing that you have a solid foundation, something that you can focus on, you can be creative about, that you can be innovative about. Stand on that foundation and build from there, and you'll be fine, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we're looking forward for the single to drop. We'll obviously give it our love. We'll obviously embrace you. Any last words you want to say before you step out of the building, Mr. Padrino?
Man, just love, life, God, family. God bless everybody, man. You know, on their journey. I know the world has been going through a lot of bullshit lately, but y'all just keep the faith, man. Keep strong. Keep your head held high, and everything will be all right, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. For the last time, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to grab any of Padrino's work, Padrino in all your favorite streaming platforms, check him on I Am Padrino in Vivo on YouTube, right? I Am Padrino in Vivo on YouTube. And then IG, FB, and all that. Listen, I'm going to leave the links down there, yeah? Listen, I'm going to leave the links down there, support my brother, Mr. Padrino, support my brother. It's been live, it's been lovely, and it's been live, it's been lovely. Stay blessed, man. Keep